Live from WRAL News headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
The last bit of last night's rain is moving out of here. The sunshine will return today. I'll show you when you should see it.
A grade about the quality in your hospital could be on this list recently released. Coming up in the WRAL Live Center, the A's, the B's, the C's, even the D's.
And starting this morning, you can park for free in downtown Raleigh in some places. We'll tell you how you can take advantage of this new push to bring more visitors to the city.
And in just a few hours, the Triangle's newest Trader Joe's location opens its doors. The traffic impact people in North Raleigh are expecting from the opening. Look, people want their dark chocolate peanut butter cups, you know? It is 6 o'clock, everyone. Great to have you. And you want your news and weather as well, you're in the right place. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Don't forget the $2 chuck also.
Get some wine, some cheese. It's your Friday night.
Exactly. It's a good way to kick off a Friday here. We're glad you're with us. And Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. We're also kicking out that system from yesterday.
Peppermint JoJo's.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That's
Don't tell anybody, but when I go, I usually buy about 10 boxes. So watch out. Oh, my goodness. The rest of last night's rain is moving out of here very quickly. We're gradually going to see some sunshine breaking out after lunchtime, but still some damp conditions from Roanoke Rapids down toward Rocky Mount and eastward. Most of the rain is over, but we do have a lot of low cloud cover, a little bit of drizzle. As a matter of fact, even here on our camera in our backyard, we're seeing some water on the camera lids here too. We have the top of the tower lit in purple for cloudy conditions this morning. We check out Rocky Mount Mills, another spot where we're seeing some water on the camera lens. 49 is the temperature, so it's a cool start this morning, and we'll end up with only 59 for the high this afternoon, even though we will see some sunshine breaking out. Tropical storm Sarah does not look like it's going to survive its trip through South America and into the Yucatan Peninsula. Looks like it will die out by the weekend. We're going to talk more about a big roller coaster ride in our temperatures that starts this weekend. Coming up, Ken.
Elizabeth, no wonder I can't find peppermint JoJo's when I go to Trader Joe's. The mystery is solved. Hey, let's start outside this morning. I-440 and Capitol Boulevard. Traffic is beginning to pick up just a smidge, but flowing nicely in both directions. Looking on live traffic sensors this morning. Oh, just delay-free from Zebulon to Wake County all the way to Chapel Hill. Delay-free this morning. If you're getting ready to head out, tune us in on the radio 101.5 HD3. You can listen to us anywhere in the Triangle.
Ken, thanks. New this morning, a man charged with murder in Halifax County is now in custody in Virginia. Tyquan Brown was arrested in Franklin, Virginia. He's charged in the shooting death of Lamar Lashley in Weldon on September 23rd. A second man, Deshaun Taylor, is also wanted in connection with the killing. Anyone with information about where he may be should call police.
Time is 6:02 here in the WRAL Live Center. Something that recently came out, we just saw in the past hour, is this release from the Leapfrog Group. Essentially, this is a watchdog group that's looking at the quality of hospitals locally. And there are roughly 100 in North Carolina. I want to show you the grades here. It looks like Wake Med Cary Hospital got an A on that list. Duke University Hospital has an A as well. But we get to Cape Fear Medical Center in Fayetteville. It looks like they got a C, not just this year, but the last couple of years, with the exception of an A grade in the spring of 2021. There were 2 Ds on this list, including here, Central Carolina Hospital in Sanford and Granville Medical Center in Oxford. Essentially looking for things like infection rates, that kind of thing. Were things clean in regards to some of these sites after surgery? And you may be wondering, is your hospital on that list? So this is my friend Ryan here. He's on our digital systems here, and he is in the process of putting an article up on WRAL.com. So in the next 30 minutes or so, check our website, and you should have the list to see if your hospital is on that list.
Chris, thanks for that. Starting this morning, you will be able to park for free in some parts of downtown Raleigh. The new policy is in place in 5 parking decks, and WRAL's Nick Perlin joins us live from Raleigh, where this is part of an effort, Nick, to attract more people to come visit downtown.
Yeah, Jeff, not a bad deal at all. Starting today, you get 2 free hours of parking at some of those decks. And the goal is, like you said, to get more people downtown exploring the local businesses here in Raleigh. Now, take a look at your screen. These are the 5 parking decks where you can get those free 2 hours of parking starting today for the next few months. Those decks include the Blunt Street deck, the City Center deck, the Moore Square deck, the Wilmington Street Station deck, and the Municipal Building deck. Now, in case you forget at all those names, there will be yellow balloons at the front entrance of those decks, letting you know that you can park there for free for those 2 hours starting today. Now, this is something the Raleigh Business Alliance has been advocating for, and the City Council has agreed, and supporters and shoppers think it will bring a big time boost to downtown Raleigh.
I think it would bring more people out, obviously, if there was more options for cheaper parking.
Now, this is just a pilot program, so it will end in February 2025, but people are hoping that maybe this will stick around and be a long-term solution. Reporting live in Raleigh, Nick Perlin, WRAL News.
Deputies want people in Lenoir County to stay inside their homes as they look for a man accused of shooting 2 people. Authorities say Ryan Everett of LaGrange committed a robbery in Greene County last night. He's accused of stealing 2 guns and then shooting 2 people. Deputies are searching for him in the area along US 258 and Wheat Swamp Road near Kinston.
2 people were hurt after these 2 cars crashed into the side of a Raleigh sports bar. The crash happened at Rodino's Sports Corner. It's on Edwards Mill Road just before the dinner rush last night. This is when it happened. Investigators say the cars crashed into each other and then crashed into the building. One of the cars hit the patio area. The other stopped right near a tree there near the building's electrical boxes. The people who were hurt had minor injuries, and it's not the first crash of this type at that sports bar in recent years. In August 2022, we covered it when a man hit the gas pedal instead of the brake, and it caused him to crash into that outdoor patio seating area.
County elections officials across the state will meet today to certify last week's election results. The canvass happens on the 10th day after the election. Elections workers use that time to research provisional and absentee ballots. Officials make recommendations to bipartisan county election boards to either accept or deny each ballot. There were more provisional ballots than usual this year because it was the first presidential election to require voters to show photo ID. In Wake County alone, officials processed at least 10,000 absentee and provisional ballots this week, and the results are expected to be uploaded today. The WRAL News team will keep you updated on the canvass throughout the day. Make sure to tune in during our newscast from 4 to 7:30 this evening on WRAL.
This is a disturbing photo here, an emaciated dog here. It's going viral on social media, and the Harnett County Sheriff's Office confirms this photo is real. It says the dog weighs only 34 pounds, and it may not survive. A rescue group is working to try to give this dog a chance, though. The dog's name is Kiki, a boxer. Her owner voluntarily surrendered her yesterday. She's now being treated at an animal hospital in Hope Mills. A rescue group called the Pet Angel Fund is working to try to help her.
We asked them to do what they could. We want to try to save her. And we know the outlook is not very promising.
And the Harnett County Sheriff's Office is investigating whether this is a case of cruelty or neglect, or if the dog is chronically ill. Deputies are working with Animal Services and the District Attorney's Office to decide the next steps.
That is so heartbreaking. Covering Wake County, Raleigh's newest Trader Joe's location opens in North Raleigh in just a few hours. It is in the Brennan Station Shopping Center off Creedmoor Road. The doors open at 9 this morning. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from the store. Kelsey, people in that area have been waiting for this day for quite some time.
Yes, Renee, people have been waiting on this for months, and the day is finally here. You can even see that people are already inside working, getting the store together as people are expected to come here in just a few hours. So this new store opening could bring even more traffic to an area that's already congested. This will be Raleigh's second Trader Joe's location. So this store is inside the Brennan Station Shopping Center on Creedmoor Road. Of course, we know that's one of the busiest thoroughfares in North Raleigh. So we spoke with drivers about that potential traffic impact, and they say they're not worried about it. They're expecting those backups. And we even spoke with one driver who was here in the parking lot yesterday a day early. He was so excited, and we had to tell him, sir, you're here too early. So people are really excited about this, and doors will open this morning at 9 o'clock. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Philadelphia Eagles have 6 wins in a row now after taking down the Washington Commanders on Thursday Night Football. They trailed Washington 10-6 going into the fourth quarter, but then they exploded for 3 touchdowns in that final quarter and pulled away. They got the win, 26-18 the final, and they hold on to first place in the NFC East.
WRAL and Fox 50 are your homes for NFL action in Week 11. On Sunday at 1 on Fox 50, the Green Bay Packers will be at Soldier Field in Chicago to play the Bears. Then at 7, turn it over to WRAL for Football Night in America. On Sunday Night Football, the Los Angeles Chargers will host the Cincinnati Bengals. Kickoff is at 8:15. Not everyone who lives near the Village District in Raleigh is excited about plans to make it a social district.
When the drunks come from Glenwood south down our street, we hear them.
Why others say a sip and stroll district would be a positive for the area. And wheels up, and a tire lost. An Alaska Airlines flight headed across the country made an emergency landing last night. What the airline is saying about it this morning.
And last night's rain is moving out, but you might still run into a little bit of shower activity in our eastern counties. I'll show you when that moves out and the sunshine returns.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13, and it's a little damp out there this morning. Temperatures are still cool heading out the door, anywhere from the mid-40s to low 50s right now. And again, a little drizzle. We have a lot of low cloud cover left over from yesterday's rain, but all of that is moving out. You don't necessarily have to send the kids out with their raincoats this morning, even though it may be a little bit drippy and damp this morning. Temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s, but this afternoon, our temperatures will be cool. We're going to climb into the upper 50s for our high this afternoon, but we'll see partly cloudy skies, so more and more sunshine as we get through the afternoon. Temperatures for tomorrow and Sunday, both looking great. 65 Saturday, 67 on Sunday, and even warmer for next week. But we're about to go on a roller coaster ride with our temperatures next week. I'll show you when our next front arrives. Coming up, Ken.
Elizabeth, the good old weather coaster, I call it. Hey, let's check out what's happening in your morning commute. The good news is nothing but delay-free at all our major routes from Zebulon to Wake County to Chapel Hill. Let's look at this live look at I-440 and Capitol Boulevard. Traffic is beginning to pick up just a little bit, but flowing nicely in both directions. Listen, you're getting ready to head out right now. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3. You can listen to us anywhere in the Triangle.
Ken, thanks for that. The number of suicides in the military went up in 2023. A new report from the Pentagon shows 523 suicides across the military in 2023, up from 493 the previous year. Army reported the most suicides, but preliminary numbers show the number is down this year. Military officials cite an emphasis on safe storage for guns and drugs, and they also say there's a renewed effort to limit stress in soldiers' lives. If you or someone you know needs help, you can contact the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at any time by dialing 988. You can also visit WRAL.com and search Get Help for additional resources in our area.
An Alaska Airlines flight had to make an emergency landing last night after blowing out a tire during takeoff. WRAL's Michelle McConaughey is here now with what passengers say they heard when they were on the plane. Michelle.
Yeah, this was scary, Renee. Passengers on Alaska Airlines Flight 309 from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles endured a bit of a scare on Thursday night. The plane experienced a main gear tire failure. Passengers reported hearing a loud pop and feeling the plane shake after takeoff. The crew asked the airport to check the runway at Dulles to see if they ran over anything, and they did find pieces of tire on the runway, but the plane's landing gear still retracted properly, so the crew decided just to continue the flight as scheduled. Pilots declared an emergency landing to have extra support available if needed during arrival in Los Angeles. There were 175 passengers and 6 crew members on board. Nobody was hurt. Passengers included dozens of California middle school students returning from a field trip to Washington. The airline said the incident is rare, and they apologized to customers. An investigation is underway, and the aircraft will be pulled from service for now.
Michelle, thanks. A ramp onto I-440 is closing for construction tonight. The Melbourne Road ramp onto 440 East will close at 9 o'clock. It's expected to be closed for 9 days as crews work to build a new entrance ramp there. The ramp will reopen 5 a.m. on Monday, November 25th. The project was originally slated to start earlier this month, but was moved to today. Detour signs will be posted.
From dinosaurs to an outdoor celebration, there is something for everyone to do this weekend in the Triangle.
Yeah, let's take a look at this weekend's best bets, starting with a dino-themed event in Raleigh. This is pretty cool. Jurassic Quest is happening this weekend at the Raleigh Convention Center. They've been here several times over the years. They have dinosaur shows, dinosaurs you can ride, as well as science activities, fossil digs. It's really cool. You can check out the dinos today through Sunday. Tickets start at $22 a person.
Marlon Wayans is performing at the DPAC this weekend. You can catch his Wild Child stand-up tour tomorrow night at 8. Tickets are still available. They start at $49.
And we give you this live look right now, downtown Cary, where the park is celebrating a year of successful operation. And tomorrow you're invited to the park for activities, character meet and greets, circus performers, live music, free food. It is all happening all day, 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. You can get information on this event and others happening this weekend just by heading to WRAL.com and search Out and About. And when you get out and about this weekend, it is going to be very nice weather. We're going to have a good fall weekend here, temperature-wise. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center after this rain moves on.
Yeah, we needed that rain. We had some really nice-looking rainfall totals, which I'll show you. But we'll start with Dual Doppler 5000 radar, showing all the rain really pushing out of our viewing area right now. However, it is still damp in a lot of places from last night's rain, and you might run into some drizzle. There's a lot of low cloud cover out there. The farther east you are, say along and east of I-95, that's where you're going to have a better chance of just seeing a little bit of drizzle lingering for the next little while. In Cary, we ended up with over an inch and a half of rain. At Fort Liberty, it was almost an inch and a half. RDU officially 1.3, Hillsborough 1.1, close to an inch in Goldsboro, and a little over 3/4 of an inch in Rocky Mount. So good soaking for everybody. We really need it. When our drought status came out this week, a lot of abnormally dry, which is what we had seen. The big change was some of our viewing area went under moderate drought. That's going to be the brown area. So mostly our northeastern or far southern counties and that abnormally dry situation at this point. And, you know, the more rain we can get, the quicker we're going to get out of that. But it's probably not going to be quick. Low pressure system moving on out, taking along the rain with it. And gradually we'll start to see clearing skies too. It'll be cloudy through the morning commute with some low cloud cover. But once we hit lunchtime, we'll begin to see some clearing from the west. Our western counties will start to see the clouds breaking up first, and then we'll be clearing through the afternoon in our eastern counties as well. We do still have a northerly flow today, so it keeps our temperatures on the cool side. Our high temperatures will be closer to, say, upper 50s this afternoon, so a little warmer than yesterday, but the sunshine makes a big difference, so it'll feel warmer with that sunshine. Looking ahead, because who's not already thinking about Thanksgiving? I know most of us are. The week of Thanksgiving, starting next Saturday to the 29th, we have a good chance of below normal temperatures. We may even see some wintry conditions, especially up around the Great Lakes. So if you do travel in that area for Thanksgiving, just keep that in mind. Even the mountains of North Carolina or Virginia may get into a little bit of that snow as well. But that's a long way off. You know, I'm always thinking about snow. Tropical storm Sarah formed yesterday. Winds at 45 miles per hour now, but it's going to be interacting with land through the weekend. And the Hurricane Center is saying, yep, it's probably not going to last past around Sunday or Monday. So that's going to be the end of Sarah potentially. However, one of our models does show a low developing in the Gulf and affecting Florida about a week from now, but it looks like a really weak storm. We're going to see a beautiful weekend. Our temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, lots of sunshine, nice and warm Monday and Tuesday. But Wednesday's front, it could bring some much cooler temperatures. We'll take a closer look at that coming up, Ken.
Elizabeth, at 6:20, the good news is no trouble to report in any of our major roadways from Wake County and all points east. As we isolate Durham, Chapel Hill, Hillsborough this morning, a similar situation unfolding, 885, 15501, all delay-free this morning. Speaking of major roadways, let's head outside. Give you a live look at I-885 and Cornwallis Road. Yeah, traffic is picking up. You expect that this time of the morning, but delay-free in both directions right now. You're getting ready to head out. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3. You can listen to us anywhere in the Triangle.
A trapped worker is rescued 9 hours after he fell through an opening on the job. We have the rescue as emergency responders worked into the nighttime to bring him to safety.
And last night, the Raleigh Youth Choir using their voices to bring music back to Western North Carolina. How that group's benefit concert is helping replace instruments that were destroyed by Helene.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Okay, so they may seem like an unlikely duo, Pitbull, John Bon Jovi, but they are making a pretty good team.
Ken Smith here now with What's Trending. Ken.
Music is the universal language, right? Well, their new duet, Now or Never, is going viral this morning.
Latin Grammys, get on your feet, stand up, Bon Jovi. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. The duo performed it together at the Latin Grammys. It's a remix, of course, of Bon Jovi's song, It's My Life.
Oh, it's just so recognizable. But then Pitbull jumps in and adds some of his own lines. It's pretty cool. Bon Jovi jumped into a Pitbull concert in Jones Beach, New York, and recently. So they've been kind of getting together here, but this collab is pretty cool stuff.
Actually, I'm digging it.
This ain't a song for the brokenhearted. So.
There you go.
You all caught that.
Listen, from music to the movies, Cameron Diaz has a new movie for the first time in a decade.
Okay, you know that I love our life.
But
Tonight, something clicked.
Yeah, Diaz and Jamie Foxx star in Back in Action. It's about a retired CIA couple whose cover gets exposed. It comes out on Netflix in January.
Yeah, and this is a reunion for the stars. Diaz's last movie was in 2014. She played Miss Hannigan and Annie, and Jamie Foxx was in that movie. And then Diaz decided to retire to take care of the kids, and then now she's back in action.
10 years.
She's great.
She looks the same.
Right, exactly. She's never missed a day. Thanks, Ken. Covering Orange County for you this morning, the Arts Commission is kicking off the holiday season with its annual Makers at the Mill Holiday Bazaar. It's happening tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Eno Arts Mill in Hillsboro. The free event features 45 artists, crafters, and makers.
People on both sides of the debate about a new social district proposal in Raleigh get their chance to sound off the concerns people who live near the Village District have and why others say they're unfounded.
And the last bit of last night's rain is on its way out. We will see a return to sunshine later on this afternoon. I'll show you what time it'll break out where you are.
Also, another of President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet picks is making waves. How the stock market is responding after he named Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as his health secretary nominee.